everybody, when we stopped on Monday, was sort of in the middle of trying something out. Raise your hand if you remember what you were trying out on Monday.
We were trying to figure out how many grapes we ate each day.
Okay. And was there, you were using the objects somehow. Do you remember sort of how you had them arranged or what you were doing?
Well, we were trying to put them in groups that were going to equal 100 grapes by the time she was on Friday.
Okay.
We were using the buttons to try to put them in the groups that add them up to 100.
Right. I think I remember in your group you had an answer for if she ate grapes on 4 days, and you're trying to figure out, okay, but she ate grapes for 5 days. What do we need to change? Anybody else remember sort of what they were doing or how the things were arranged on their desks?
We counted to 100, and then we got 4 groups of 6, and then the remainder out of the 100 would tell us how much was on Monday. We used blocks with little scrolls to use.
So what I want you to do right now is one person from each group, if you go and get the manipulatives reviews, and see if you can kind of get them arranged and get yourself remembering what you were doing on Monday.
There's 24. So we did 100 minus 24 to figure out how many grapes she ate on Monday.
So we have 108. Is that all? I know,
Oh, we did it.
that's 8.
On Monday, she ate, let's say X. Do you just add 6 to X, or you do add X again? You know what I'm saying?
And the other thing that happened is there's some other groups that are working on a different strategy that's a little bit different than trying things out. And I don't know if they're done yet, but I wondered if they could share what they're thinking so far, because I just think we need to see the different strategies. So, why don't your group just tell us sort of what you thought about, and everybody listen carefully to see if it makes sense to you.
We thought it was 76, but then I thought that if you keep on adding 6, 6, and then the next day you add 6 to it, so it would be 12, then you would 6, 12, 18, 24, and then I added it together and we got 60. So on Monday we thought it would be 40, but then they told us that it was incorrect. We have to add the first day by it plus 6. So you have to add, so if it was 20 on Monday, you have to add 20 plus 20, then add 6 to it. So it'd be 46. But that's what Cameron's doing right now, but I'm not sure.
So I have a question, which is, would you like to be faster at these problems? Yes. Some people, yes. Some people know you're happy with it. So I have one idea for you that you might try, especially if you're still working on the cranberry problem, which is, and I got this idea from the 7th grade on Monday. They were also thinking about the eating grapes problem. And here's how one group solved it. They started with the first guess of, I believe it was 4 grapes. So they said 4 grapes on Monday. Then how many grapes would be on Tuesday?
10.
10, right. And how many on Wednesday?
16.
And how many on Thursday?
22.
22. And how many on Friday?
28.
28. And altogether, I believe they got 80 grapes. So a lot of you did something like that, and you looked at 80 and you thought you needed to adjust your guess. How did you think about adjusting your guess?
You could, if you got less than you needed, you could keep adding 1 to each of them until you got to the answer.
Right, so you might guess 5 next, and then 6 next, and then right? So I think the right answer to the grapes problem was 8 on Monday, so you'd have to do 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. So you'd have to take 4 more guesses to get there. So one thing you might think about is, how many grapes do I need to get to the right answer? Like how many, altogether it was 80, and what was it supposed to be? 100. So if you need 100 grapes, how many do you have to add on to the total? 20, somehow. So then the question is, well, how can I add, what can I do that would make this total be 21?
Well, first you could do 100 minus 80, and then what your difference was, you could add to not to each of them, but keep adding until you had.
Right, so we couldn't just add 20 to each of them. Like, it wouldn't be a good idea to guess 24, 30, 36, 42,
So now you
48.
could do 5 into 20, and that's how many you would have to put in each of them.
Okay, what is 20 into 5? It's 4, right? So you could just add 4 to each of these, and you get 8. Add 4, you get 13. Add 4, you get 20. Add 4, you get 26. Add 4, you get 32. And all together, if you add 80 and then you add plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, that's like adding plus 20, and you get 100. So if you want to be faster in problems like this, one way to do it is think about not just, is my number smaller, but how much smaller. Is there a way I can adjust so my next guess gets me exactly where I want to go?